Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone. My name is Paul Young. I'm just going to walk you through, is OpenAI going to be the next BlackBerry? And this presentation is not necessarily to look at where BlackBerry is today. It's to look at how BlackBerry transformed themselves in the past from a device company into security and other areas of services to go beyond hardware. And the reason why I pose that is it's about reinventing yourself. So the goal of this presentation is more to talk about the creation of OpenAI and look at OpenAI in terms of its development since 2015 and how that relates to some of the struggles that BlackBerry faced over its life cycle. Here's my agenda. I'll do an introduction. I'll talk OpenAI. I'll go into a little bit of challenges facing OpenAI. Here's a bio about myself. I'm a CPA CGA. I got over 35 years experience. I've been working with financial reporting for over 35 years, data and AI for close to 20. So I can give you different perspectives from deployments, from the usage of data, just the overall business strategy, because I've been through asset sales, I've been through different things in terms of business transformations as well. Here's a bit more of my resume in terms of my roles as a senior financial analyst, a proven practice expert, customer success manager, and some of the key clients I've worked for over my past 35 years. Who is OpenAI? In a nutshell, most of us are familiar. If we read the highlights, we see different videos on OpenAI. But in a nutshell, they were created to push forward code around generative AI and just AI in general around the rules of the code to help best use AI for different applications. Now, it's not like AI hasn't been around. Chatbots have been around for years. I worked with IBM in the past and we've had Watson Assistant for years. What's changing is the applications of what we're going to use in terms of voice and other things that we can leverage now that probably weren't there to the degree that were 10 years ago and even 3 to 4 years. So what are the challenges? These challenges that OpenAI is facing are not generic to OpenAI. They're in general of any sort of company that's at a cusp of something or that's been around. Your brain power is your management, and then your R&D teams, other people in there that drive your product release and service release cycles. So any company that's got brain power, there's always a fear or threat that these people will go on their own or will get scooped up by other companies as part of those companies developing their own product and services options and product roadmaps and all that. So basically, you're going to see this happen. A lot of these factors around executives, around conversions of companies, return on investments, and stuff like that in those areas. Why did I pull BlackBerry? Well, BlackBerry itself, as we know from the 90s, was a big issue as people were able to have the BlackBerry devices that allowed you to get email, look at data and stuff on your phones. So your phones became a smart device. That also reformed the market for market entrants like Apple, kind of relooked at how they were doing things, and it basically just add more opportunities as we've seen with Android phones and smartphones over the last decade or so. BlackBerry itself went through a transformation and focused away from hardware more into the security side and the software solution side to transform themselves. Why am I bringing that up? That's what typically companies need to do, is respond to market conditions, not put all your eggs in one basket, and respond accordingly. Tesla did that with the e-vehicles. It also caused Ford and them to kind of revamp their strategy in that. So the ability to be agile is critical as part of doing things. Why I'm raising with OpenAI, AI is code, right? It's working with long language models. Other people are going to come in because they're going to look at ways to better look at that code, to transform those codes into AI agents and other ways to transform chatbots and automation. And that will come over time as part of looking at scaling, looking at performance, looking at model design, look at product releases, looking at security and privacy. All that will evolve. So the reason I raised BlackBerry, it's not germane to just because BlackBerry, it's about understanding business strategy. Why business strategy fail? A lot of cases here, poor communication. We're seeing lack of alignment. But in a nutshell, a lot of cases is if you lose sight of what your customers want, there's a chance that your customers will move on to something else. poor product quality is another issue. So these are things that bear in mind as you're managing. Thing is, do never lose sight of what your customers want, and always strive to deliver the best products possible. So this gives you a link that how BlackBerry has transformed itself. And BlackBerry is a good example, a good case study of how you need to constantly reform yourself. I've seen other companies over the last 35, 40 years reform themselves because they had to, because of either they lost a key customer or the products they were in were low calorie and they needed to get rid of them and move away from that and focus more on their core competencies. Generative AI itself will continue to make strides in scaling performance, security, and ethical areas. We'll also see consolidation and investment accordingly being targeted at startups or just existing companies will be looking at things. And the product release cycles continually will be reviewed as part of delivering the best results for business partners and clients. Here's some additional links that you can follow that I do. I write a lot of blogs and do videos on this. Thank you.